Good afternoon, everybody. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday, everybody. Oh, it's actually hot in here. It's like humid. That's the word I was looking for. It's humid. How's everybody doing? Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I don't know what you guys were referring to, but Midas Touch is just like Democratic Party slop. Like it really is. I'm so sorry. Like I'm not saying that everything they say is wrong. I'm not saying that like their criticisms of Trump aren't valid. They are. But what I don't like about them is that they are all just like honestly, like they contribute to the brain melting of people. How like, you know how like MSNBC for years because of like Russia Gate and their rah-rah Democrat, they basically fried the brains of their entire audience so that their audience would never think critically and never question the Democratic Party. That's what Midas Touch does. They basically feed the viewer a ton of slop and just rah, 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 Trump bad, Democrats great. And so they're basically training their audience not to think critically, which I just think is so toxic. And again, it doesn't mean that I'm saying that they shouldn't trash Trump. No, they should trash Trump. Trump is trash. The Republicans are trash. You should definitely trash them. What I'm saying is, though, when you have your algorithm and your content totally set up like that, to where you're blatantly ignoring the atrocities happening in Gaza, the genocide happening in Gaza, that the Democrats set up and perpetuated for a year and a half before Trump came into office, and you make it so that Democrats are never challenged and you set it up like it's a team sport. That's really what I'm saying. The sportsification of channels like Midas Touch, where they are priming and training their audience to treat politics as only a sport. Therefore, you never criticize the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party is your side. The Democratic Party is your team. So when the Democrats do some fuck shit, you don't hold them accountable. You're being trained to defend them by default. Does that make sense? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like they're basically training you to be reactionary, which to me is again turning people's mind into slop. Because you're training your audience to just be reactionary so that they by default just defend in a knee-jerk way the Democrats no matter what the Democrats are doing. And you're teaching your audience and indoctrinating them in such a way where all they will do is have a reactionary view to the Republicans and they will never hold their own side accountable. In fact, you're putting them in such a tribal state as to where if you try to hold the Democrats accountable, they will snap at you because they see it as an attack on their tribe and their team. That is not the way to fucking do it. That is not the fucking way to. So any channel, any podcast that does that, that doesn't, and again, I'm not saying also that you can't have a side. There are channels that have sides and it's very clear, but they're not so partisan pilled and partisan brained that they're giving their audience nothing but slop and turning their brain into partisan reactionary tribal mush. Like, no, you should be critical of your own party. You should be critical of your own side when they are doing some fuck shit. And the fact that channels like that don't do that, it's actually really it's really toxic actually. And I think that MSNBC did a lot of damage to Democrats, like Democratic voters with that shit, and now Midas Touch is taking up their mantle. It doesn't surprise me though, because Midas Touch was in part founded by like a DC operative, and that's how they function. Hey everybody. Hey Don. Hey Johan. Hey Shush Clementine. Hello, everybody. Hey, Brandon. How's it going? I just got called a hoe for criticizing Jim Clyburn. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. Okay, is this not what I'm talking about, Brandon? This is literally what I'm talking about. People that are trained and indoctrinated to be so fucking tribal and partisan brained that you can't give a rightful criticism to somebody like Jim Clyburn because they have been so trained in their tribalism and partisanship to just have a reactionary response to you. So when you do I'm sure you had a very substantive, rightful criticism of Clyburn, and then they jump to you and they attack you. How dare you? How dare you? What are you, a Republican? What are you trying to help Trump? You don't respect our elders? Blah, 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 blah. What do you want? Republicans to win? And that is what ends up happening. They literally fry your brain. They turn your brain into soup. Hey, foot lettuce. Of course. Because literally that's what they always say. And it's really funny because, yeah, you being Black or having a lived experience as a Black person doesn't matter to the libs. Like, they will call you anti-Black for critiquing the Democratic Party. It's amazing. It's amazing. It doesn't matter. And being Black, it does not matter. They will call you anti-Black. And by the way, it's a really gross abuse and weaponization of anti-Blackness, because I would never say that, like, not everybody can be anti-Black, right? Like, we live in America. This is a country that has a long history of white supremacy, you know, that was founded on, like, genocide and white supremacy. So I think that it's fair to say that we all have, I think, even people of color, even Black people, or I should specify Black people, have some kind of anti-Blackness, right? It's because it's baked into our society. We're all raised that way. So it's good to be aware of it and to be working to root it out, because it's just a part of, it's kind of how we all are somewhat patriarchal in a sense, because that is the society we live in. It's the same thing with anti-Blackness. However, the way they weaponize it to protect the powerful is disgusting. It's disgusting. It doesn't mean that you get to be a corrupt piece of shit politician and get away with it without criticism because you are Black. No. No. You don't get to do that and be above criticism because you're a Black politician. That's not how that works. If you don't want to get criticized for being a politician, resign. Go into a different field. Don't be a public servant. But again, it doesn't matter. They weaponize the shit out of it and they actually dilute it. And they do it to Black people all the time because they always liberals love to marginalize Black leftists. They don't want to hear from Black leftists. It's inconvenient for the narrative. So they love to marginalize you guys. And they're actually doing great damage because it's giving like crying of anti-Semitism. When you are constantly accusing people, including Black people and marginalized people, of anti-Blackness because they're holding politicians accountable, politicians like Jim Clyburn, you're literally diluting the seriousness of anti-Blackness. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing and harmful. Exactly. Because it's really funny because then they'll attack them. It's funny to me. Thank you for being on Twitch. Everybody go sub to the Twitch. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot to tell you too. I got my second payout ever from Twitch. I got $59. Yay. Dun. Yeah, I got my second ever payout for Twitch. It was $59. I'm very happy about that. Thank you guys, for all your support. And if you're not subbed to Twitch, please do, or following me on Twitch or whatever. But follow me on all the channels, fam. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Yeah, but so what I was saying was, what was I saying? Oh, right. The libs constantly do damage to these things. And it's funny because they pretend to care about anti-Blackness when they want to weaponize it to protect establishment goons like Cory Booker or wait, what is that? I feel like, do you guys see that like vein in my neck? Is that a vein or is that something I need to be worried about? Anyway, I think it's probably okay. I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So they love to use anti-Blackness when they are trying to protect some establishment goon like Jim Clyburn or Cory Booker. But then when it comes to people like Nina Turner or Cori Bush or Jamal Bowman, they had no problem throwing them under the bus. They had no problem. Under the bus. No problem attacking them. No problem calling them anti-Semitic. Because let's not forget, a bunch of blue MAGA libs, including influencers like Harry Sisson, attacked Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush and called them anti-Semitic. So it's all about when it can be convenient. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I should like... You know what I really hate about living on the East Coast? The humidity. I hate how humid it is here. It's so gross. My hair is in that like awkward stage too, where it's like not really long enough to put up, but it's not really short enough to just keep down. It's like, Yarman. Hello, everybody. Yes, please follow me on all the platforms, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitter or Twitch or Rumble. Make sure to follow me on Rumble for the last part of the show. But also, shout out to all of you guys. And thank you so much, because I just got I was already said this, but maybe some people didn't hear because now there are more people. Shout out to all of you guys. And I love you because I got my second payout ever from Twitch. I got $59, friends, from Twitch officially. Thank you guys. All of you guys. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's the shiny emote. Yay! Yay! Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that you're using it. Shaken. It's the shaken emote. Shaken. It's you, Shaken. I love it so much. I love it so much. I love that you used it. It's, who is it, Shaken? Who is it, Shaken? It's you. Giving a little side, Shaken. It's you. Say hi to yourself, Shaken. Meow. Oh, how far back did you go to see my hair long? It's been short for a while now. Ash or Shish Clementine, you sound like my sister. My sister was so upset when I cut my hair. She was like, "Why'd you cut your hair?" Thank you. Thank you for the cheer. Wait, I'm saying that wrong. Fascist killer. Okay, sorry. It took me a second to get that. Thank you so much for the cheers. Yes. Thank you for the cheers. More shaky. Thank you, Johan. Yes, you can. You can support my work by supporting me on Patreon or Ko-Fi, or send me tips through Cash App or Venmo. Thank you so much. All right. So did you guys see? Oh, I didn't update you guys on what happened with my teeth. This is a fucking crazy story. So they literally like canceled last minute. Yeah, watch on Twitch, friends. And definitely subscribe on Rumble because we did the last part of the show on Rumble. So did you guys see? Hello from the Isle of Man. Nice. Please also make sure to like the stream if you're watching where you can. I'm like getting nervous about this. What is that, a vein or? Anyway, so have you guys seen oh, I just lost my fucking train of thought again. I just lost my train of thought again. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what it was. Did you guys see the insanely embarrassing video of Mike Johnson talking about how they should be able to insider trade. Oh, my teeth. You're right. Thank you. That's what I was talking about. My teeth. Thank you, Mo. Okay. So they literally canceled it because they didn't have the information. Despite the fact that I've had the appointment for I was supposed to have it yesterday. I've had the appointment for 3 weeks and they called me on Monday and Tuesday to confirm the appointment. And then they called me yesterday and canceled it that day because they said they didn't have my x-ray file. What? Why didn't you have the x-ray file? And then they're like, oh, the woman's like, you could go to the place, the periodontist where you had the CT scans and get a flash drive and have them put it on a flash drive and then bring it to us. Like this is 2008. Why can't you send it to the dentist? You want me to go to Midtown Manhattan to go get this flash drive from this periodontist and then bring it to the dentist. Things that you should have already done before my appointment. Like, what's frustrating me is number one, why can't you send the information over? I just give you consent, but you can send it over. Number two, like, why do I have to go through an outdated flash drive and why do I have to do it? But second of all, why didn't you tell me you didn't have this information on Monday when you called me or Tuesday? You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just super unprofessional. It's not like this was a cleaning. This is a pretty invasive procedure I'm going in to have done. Like, you guys know, I'm going in to have my fucking front teeth removed and starting the process of implants, dental implants. That is very invasive. It's going to be my first appointment's going to be an over 2-hour appointment. And they're like, they called me Monday and Tuesday to confirm the appointment and don't tell me that they don't have the x-rays. They don't tell me they don't have the CT scans. Why didn't you tell me that on Monday? Why didn't you tell me that on Tuesday? And again, it's not like it's like I was just going to go in for a cleaning and it wasn't a big deal. No, I literally took off all of yesterday with a bunch of other shit I had to do because I basically blocked off the rest of the day yesterday starting at 2 for this appointment. Just for them to cancel it. Like, it's rude. I know. It's rude. You know what? I should have put more espresso in this. I should have put more espresso. Maybe I'll make a little bit more espresso and throw it in. Thank you. Is that a bone sniffers? Thank you. Thank you for switching to Twitch. Hello, Grim Barbs. I stream, I try to, every Thursday and Sunday at 2:30. I actually won't be streaming this Sunday, though, because I'm going to an event. Well, yeah, Zainab, this is Coffee Thursdays. Yeah, I usually stream at 2:30 on Thursday and Sunday. Sometimes, obviously, that can change. I was running late today. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be out of town. I told you guys, though, that like I actually did end up going to that Zohran Mandami event and how I lied. Not because I wanted to have to lie, but because I realized that I was giving my location away and I didn't want to be stalked by some crazy Zionist. Speaking of which, you guys, I had can I tell you guys a personal story? It like really, really freaked me out. I was having a lot of anxiety about it the other night. The other night I was on a walk and is actually before I get into this story, I just want to make sure that people are okay with hearing it. It's kind of a trigger warning, kind of domestic violence situation or story kind of involving my ex-husband. So if you're okay to hear it, I'll tell it, but yeah, I couldn't think of a better name. All right. Well, let me just give a heads up in case anybody doesn't want to hear it. So so yeah, just yeah, just if you don't want to hear it, this would be a good time to leave. Just to trigger warning. So yeah, anyway, I'm walking the other night and I think I've shared before that I used to be in a really abusive marriage. My ex-husband, I've had a restraining order against him. He threatened to kill me multiple times throughout our relationship. I went to the cops about it. They didn't care, blah, blah. So I'm genderqueer. So the way I describe it is I'm genderqueer, meaning I am non-binary, meaning I don't identify fully as a man or a woman. I identify as non-binary. However, that is my gender identity, genderqueer. My sexuality, on the other hand, is I would consider myself heterosexual, meaning I like to have sex with men. So yes, I am married to a man. I was married to a man before. There is a difference between sexuality and gender identity. Yeah, so I hope that clears things up. Honestly, I went through a phase where I thought I was. I went through a phase where I thought I was. Like, I really thought like, "Oh, maybe I am." But over time, I was just like, "No, I don't think I am actually." I mean, whatever. Anyway, so anyway, so I got a restraining order against him. They didn't serve him with it because they said they couldn't find him, blah, 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 blah. He has threatened me more times than I can count. He will stalk me, find me on Instagram. I would block him. He would find me again. He knows what meetings I go to because I'm in recovery and I have been going to meetings for years, and he knows the meetings in Brooklyn I go to. He was kicked out of a meeting one time because he was harassing me and threatening me there. He followed me home. Like, it's just very scary. And he's definitely threatened me and my husband a lot in the past. So the other night, and he's crazy, and I do worry about it because, men are violent. And it wouldn't be the first, second, or third time, if any of you who have ever seen a fucking, true crime episode of anything, that men will hurt their ex-wives, will hurt their ex-girlfriends. And there's always signs, and people didn't do anything, or people didn't believe them, or they didn't think it was a big deal. And, so I've always been scared of that because I do take him seriously, especially because I know that he is not afraid of loss. He doesn't have anything. I know that his dad owns firearms, so it's not like it would be impossible for him to get one. I also know that he doesn't have anything to lose. He's homeless off and on all the time. He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. He can't keep a job. Like, he doesn't really have a lot to lose. So that is another thing that scares me about it, because I feel like he probably thinks, fuck it, and he was always obsessed with me. He never removed the tattoo. He has a tattoo of my name on his arm. He never removed it, even though we've been broken up for like almost a decade. So anyway, I that's always in the back of my mind. I don't think about him often, but it is always in the back of my mind that he is crazy, that he's an addict, that he has access to firearms, and that he hates me and he hates my husband. So, I'm walking the other night and I see someone I think looks exactly like him. I could have sworn it was him. It looked exactly like him. I was a little bit far away, maybe 100 feet. I don't think he saw me. But I don't want to look at him for too long because I was afraid if I did look at him too long, he would notice me. And what I was afraid of was that he knew where I lived. Like, I was afraid that he figured out somehow where I lived. He knows Brooklyn really well. He knows where in Brooklyn I live. He doesn't know the exact apartment that I live in, but he knows what neighborhood I live in, right? So the last time he threatened me when I blocked him again on Instagram, he sent me a photo of the street, the main street that runs in my neighborhood, and said, "I know where you are." Like, he sent me a photo of the main street that runs through my neighborhood and said, "I know where you are." It was very scary. So I blocked him again. So it scared me because I thought, "Oh my gosh, like, I know he doesn't know, I don't think, exactly where I live, but he knows what neighborhood I live in." And I saw this guy, and like I said, it looked exactly like him. He was wearing a hat that I don't really see people wear a lot. It's not a very popular hat. It's like the kind of hats you see people wear in the military, like reservists wear, that shape. I don't know what it's called. Um, Maybe you guys can tell me what it's called. Yeah, they look like this. Sorry, I'm going to share with you guys just so you guys can get a sense of what I mean, because I don't see people wearing these hats a lot. Top hat, flat top hat, military hat. So was wearing a hat like this. And like I said, I don't really know a lot of people who wear that. No, not a beret. It wasn't a beret, no. Yeah, so anyway, he was wearing that hat, and like I said, he was about 100 feet away from me, probably. It was his frame. It looked exactly like him. His face looked exactly like him. His frame, his body type, his height. So I ran across the street and started hiding, but looking to where he was going, and he turned on my street. So he was like walking down a side street of where I was. He was walking down a side street of where I was. And then he turned on my street, but he turned the opposite way of my apartment. It was really scary. It was really scary. And that's it. That's it. And then since then, like, I've just been like kind of low key scared. Like, what if he's here? What if he's in my neighborhood? Like, yeah. And like I said, he turned on my street, but he just went the opposite way of what my apartment's at. It was just scary. And I don't know for sure if it was him, but it looked just like him. And he was dressed just like him. Yes and no. Yes, he was. He always had a temper. He was always an angry, kind of emotionally violent person, but he definitely got worse and worse over time, his addiction. Addiction makes people lose their minds and makes them worse and worse and worse. This was the other night. It happened the other night, like the night before last night. But addiction makes people, I mean, he used to smoke K2. I don't know how many of you are familiar with K2, but that shit makes people insane. He used to sit on the corner outside of a homeless shelter with other addicts, and they would just smoke K2. I don't know if it was ketamine. It's called K2. It was called K2. It was very, very creepy. The worst, yes, people would call it spice. People would call it spice. It is one of the worst smelling things. Like, it smells so bad. To this day, when I smell it, it makes me sick. And I, like, I'm saying this is somebody who's been a cigarette smoker. Like, and it was the smell of K2 is just disgusting. We call it skunk here. Yeah. So he's definitely much crazier now. You're not an addict that stays in like one place. Like addiction is a progressive disease and people do get worse and worse. Yeah, that's where he used to get it from. There was like I lived like in a different area of Bushwick in Brooklyn years ago, and there was like right off the train this bodega that not a bodega, it was like a smoke shop, and the smoke shop had basically just like a ton of K2 in it. Sorry, I'm bringing this in here because I am going to make a little bit more espresso. I'm not going to do anything except for try to be careful about my surroundings and look around, because there's nothing that I can do except for pray that God makes him too fearful to hurt me, and pray for my safety. Like I pray for my own safety, I pray for my husband's safety, and I pray that God puts fear in his heart so that if he ever thought of hurting me, he would become too afraid. The cops aren't going to do anything. I got a restraining order against him. They wouldn't serve him because they said they didn't know where he lived. I was like, obviously. Like, he lives on the street. What do you want me to do? I don't know, like, where he's staying at from one night to the next. And then when I went to the cops years ago when we were first broken up and showed them text messages of him threatening to, in very graphic detail, kill me, they were like, I don't know what you want us to do. We can't do anything unless he does something. I was like, what do you mean? Like, they literally said that to me. We can't do anything because he hasn't done anything to you yet. He's just threatened you. I'm like, what are you saying? I have to wait till he kills me. Then I have to come back to life and come and complain to you and file a complaint? Like, no, it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. So, yeah, they don't do shit. Hold on. I have to turn the light on. So I feel like the only thing that I can do I feel like the only thing that I can do is just try to be aware and cautious of my surroundings and pray that God protects me and makes him too afraid to try anything. You know? Because that's the thing that scares me, is that you don't know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with addicts. You don't know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with addicts because they're not in their right mind, you know? People do things in their addiction that they normally wouldn't maybe do, you know? So that's also what scares me about it, because I'm like, do I think that my ex would necessarily have the balls to do something like that or hurt me if he were sober? Probably not. But I also know from being an alcoholic myself that people are not in their right minds, and he's an alcoholic and a drug addict and would smoke K2. And that when people are like that and they are not in their right mind, they are willing to do things that they otherwise would not do, which can be very scary. So yeah, anyway, just pray for me, you guys. Pray for me, pray for my safety, pray for my husband's safety, our dog's safety, and pray that, you know, if he gets any ideas, that God strikes fear in his heart. That God put the fear of God in him. I pray that God put the fear of God in him so he doesn't try some funny shit. No, he doesn't follow me on social media because I usually always try to block him. Like if I find that he's following me, and I'll usually find out because he's crazy and he'll send me like 80 psychotic messages calling me a cunt and the N-word and saying I'm a whore and that he hopes that my husband dies. Like shit, I'm serious, like shit like that. And he'll usually go on a bender and send me like a million messages. So I usually know when he starts following me on social media because then he starts harassing me and then I block him. No, the reason why I don't have a firearm and why I wouldn't get one is because statistically you're a lot more likely to end up doing that, hurting yourself or your family member. And my husband sleepwalks, bro. I would not feel safe having a firearm in this house with my husband sleepwalking. No thanks. And like I said, I understand why people have it. I'm not against it, but I also have looked at the statistics and know this, that you're a lot likelier to get hurt by your own gun than you are to help somebody else. Right, honestly, I go in phases. Right now, I'm kind of obsessed with lavender. Lavender and mint. Yeah, I got this. I'm gonna make my own. I still haven't actually made my own lavender yet, but I'm gonna try to make some today. Later. This is the petals that I got, and I don't know. I've been on a lavender kick, but it's hard though because I don't want to get like a flavor that tastes too chemically or overly sugary. I want it to be like, sweet, but not fake sweet. Not too, you know what I mean? Oh, ham, sugar. What? Okay. Hey, Don. Oh, hey, Boney. I didn't see you earlier. Yeah, so I read a recipe that said the way that you make it. I read a recipe that said some shit like the way that you make it. Yes, like a flowery sweet. I also love mint, but I don't want to get like a fake mint because fake mint is a totally different taste than like fresh mint. Okay. Two. I don't know about you guys, but let's see if we can find it. Hold on. Raw. No, I don't show people my husband just because I don't like him getting harassed by Zionists, and that's what happened. People, when I first started going viral on TikTok and Instagram, people, Zionists specifically, lunatic Zionists, found my husband because at the time I still had a lot of pictures of him on my Instagram and my family, including my nieces who were like 14 at the time or 15, and started harassing them. Yeah, psycho Zionists and threatening them. So I removed all the photos of my family, my friends, my sisters, my nieces, my husband off my Instagram. Um, oh my gosh, absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I'm an alcoholic in recovery. I could not handle my husband drinking. Now, I actually met my husband in recovery. He's sober too. That's how we met. No, because the only other state I would move to would be Massachusetts to be near my sisters, and he knows where my sisters live. I was with him for almost 7 years, so he knows my family. Okay, hold on. But literally, though, they do. They were harassing my 15-year-old niece. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I took all the photos and shit of him down. Just because you guys know how they are. You guys know how the Zionists are. I just don't like having him to have to deal with that. I get enough hate, on a daily basis. I get enough hate on a daily basis. I don't want to put my husband through that constant bullshit. I made a video about it. I did a whole video about it. Wellness Blanc. Do you follow me on anything? Because I when things like that happen, like I do a lot of like breaking news stories and stuff. Yeah, I made a video about it. It's fucking crazy that happened to him. Okay, wait, hold on. I wanted to see this video. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Uh, oh, here it is.
I bought this bag on Amazon, so I will leave a link for you down in the description. I've already made several batches of lavender syrup with this, so I think it's going to last a while. Once you have the dried lavender, all you need is a sweetener and water. Start by adding 1 cup of water to a small saucepan, followed by a half cup of honey. If you don't want to use honey, you can replace it with 1 cup of coconut sugar or white sugar, or you can use 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup instead. Next, add 2 tablespoons of dried lavender. Then bring the liquid to a boil. Let it boil for about 1 minute.
So she said 1 cup and then 2 tablespoons of lavender. Interesting. Oh, you know what? How long can you eat honey for? Because I have some honey my sister gave me. Wait a minute. If I look at this as hard. My sister gave me this. She said it was from like a real honeybee thing. How do you soften this? If I put it in hot water, won't it explode? Wait, is someone talking shit? Someone talking shit in chat? Honey doesn't go bad? Oh, okay. It crystallizes. I think you can melt it. Yeah, because look, I can't get the top off. But if I put this in water because it's a mason jar, will it explode? Oh, I thought somebody was talking shit. I have brown sugar. Yeah, I'm going to have to look up how to do this without making it explode. Wait.
Nothing but hot water. And I am going to pour this hot water alongside this jar of honey, and I'm going to let it sit. Now, sometimes one round of that hot water is all you need. Sometimes if you have stubborn honey, you may have to do this a couple of times. But I promise at the end of this one simple step, you're going to have.
Wait, it doesn't explode? I'm kind of low-key afraid of it exploding. Yes, I am afraid of it exploding. Because look at how... Wait a second. Can you also get, if you have the honey thing, can you continue to recrystallize it? Like what I'm saying is, okay, maybe somebody in chat knows. Once you do this, let's say it works and I get it softer. How many times can you do that? Because it's going to get hard again. Do you guys see what I mean? Like if I do this, let's say it actually works, but then it's going to get hard again. How many times can you put the water back on it? Yeah, I want you guys to make it too. All right, maybe I'll try it. I'm a little nervous though. Yeah, I'm just like, what would happen if it does decrystallize and then it crystallizes again? How many times can you do that water routine? Well, I guess we're going to find out. All right, so she said you can do 1 cup of, did she say 1 cup of water?
Small saucepan, followed by a half cup. I will leave a link for you down in the description. I've already made several batches of lavender syrup with this, so I think it's going to last a while. Once you have the dried lavender, all you need is a sweetener and water.
Get to the point.
Start by adding 1 cup of water to a small saucepan, followed by a half cup of honey.
So it's 1 cup of water and a half a cup of honey. Well, first of all, here's my espresso. You guys see my espresso? No, you can't really see it. All right. Well, ooh, gonna put some of my existing latte in this espresso. I wanted to make it darker. I felt like it was too light, you know. Da, 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 da. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. No, 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 no. Yeah, I honestly kind of same, Don. I need an Ethan Decline break. I've had enough of Ethan Decline. I need a break. Oh, my dog is running back and forth. Can you hear Shaky? What? He's so pathetic. Okay. I kind of wish that I had like a camera that I had where I could just like move it around so I could show you guys stuff. Like a more movable camera, you know? Okay, she said to bring it to a boil all at the same time, right? So she said, one cup of water. Bro. I saw a guy called Taylor Westside or something kick his ass. Yes, that would be awesome. That would be amazing. Yeah, speaking of shit that, oh, hell no, I'm not fucking, you kidding me? Bitch, if they think that I'm gonna sit here and fucking fight with this shit, I am not about to get into a tussle with brown sugar. Yeah, no, bitch. Oh, thank you. I found out Lonerbox is Lebanese. I hear people talk about Lonerbox, but I'm not actually really sure who he is or what kind of content he does. Oh, thank you, Graham. That's very nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, okay. I did make a video today where I'm actually kind of low-key losing my mind. I haven't put it up yet. I will put it up. I haven't put it up yet. I didn't have time because I knew we were doing this stream. So I haven't put it up yet, but I'm actually not being very well communicative in this video. I'm just screaming because I was so mad. Like, I was so enraged at these fools that I'm literally not being well reasoned or articulate or anything. I'm just yelling. So heads up for that. Heads up for that, and sorry in advance. Sorry in advance to anybody who ends up seeing that video that I have not posted yet. That I will post, where I am just yelling for 3 minutes. But not apologies, because also, like, actually, low-key, I get annoyed when people like try to like tone police me and be like, why are you yelling? It's like, well, I also yell. I don't know. Wait, do I not have a whisk, bitch? What? Wait, yes, I do. You guys remember how many tablespoons they said that I had to put in to this? You have to stir it, right? Do you guys remember how many tablespoons they said? Wait.
If you don't want to use honey, you can replace it with 1 cup of coconut sugar or white sugar, or you can use 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup instead.
Come on, let's go.
Next, add 2 tablespoons of dried lavender.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, thank you. 2 tablespoons. Okay. Guys, this lavender. Oh, wait, no, this is not it. Oh, this is not it. This is it. The 2 tablespoons of lavender. Guys, this lavender, like, actually smells insanely good. Okay. This is 1 tablespoon, right? Cooking with Blakely. You know what I've tried to make so many times and it always fails epically? Gumbo. I've tried to make gumbo so many times and I never get it right. I'm not a very good cook. If you've got 2 sticks, you got to whisk. Wait, am I supposed to whisk the whole time?
Then bring the liquid to a boil. Let it boil for about 1 minute. Then turn off the heat and let it sit in the saucepan for at least 30 minutes. But 60 minutes is even better. You're letting the lavender steep almost like you're brewing a cup of tea. When you're done steeping the lavender syrup, arrange a fine mesh strainer over a glass jar and strain out the lavender buds. Then the homemade lavender syrup is ready to use. Keep this in the fridge for up to 2 weeks and use it to make lavender lattes, lemonades, or add it to a bowl of oatmeal for a refreshing floral flavor. I usually use about 2 tablespoons of this syrup in a coffee drink, or I use equal parts lavender syrup and fresh lemon juice to make a lavender lemonade. Top it off with water and ice, and it's the perfect drink for a spring or summer party. And if you enjoy these quick and easy recipes...
Ooh. See, I wish I were more creative like that. Like how she thought about putting it in oatmeal. I would have never thought of that. I wish I were more creative when it came to like cooking and putting things together. I'm like, oh, lavender and oatmeal, bitch. I didn't even think of that. All right, I'm going to try putting this in water, hot water, but I'm going to run in case. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. Yeah. Ah. I'm trying. I'm scared. I'm scared it's going to crack. Do you see it? All right, it's about 1/4 on. I didn't hear crack, so that's good. I got about 1/4 of it. I'm kind of afraid to do more than 1/4. I'm kind of afraid to do more than 1/4. All right, do you guys want to see the lavender? Wait. Do you see it? Damn, that smells good. One of these days, I will start going live more. I will, eventually. Thank you, Bonnie. I know. I'm blasting these newfound barista skills. I'll show you guys my coffee station. Okay. So I actually need to clean it. So can you guys see it? There's my coffee grinder. Here's some of my coffee. Here's my little water heater thing, my kettle. This is my espresso machine. My shaker for shaking espresso. My stirrer for manual stirring. My ice machine. And then over here, I have my hot stirrer if I want to make a hot latte. This little thing. Shaking bacon. It's you, Shaking. I know, I call him Shaking. I don't like, how often am I supposed to stir this though? I just made coffee and toast. Ooh, toast. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll make some. Oh, thank you for giving me the idea. Maybe I'll make some I'll make some avocado toast. You know what's really good with avocado toast that my sister told me about is avocado toast with a tomato on it. Oh, I love grilled cheese too. Grilled cheese is so good. But specifically the kind of grilled cheese. Maybe I should make more of that water. I think it might be okay. I love grilled cheese with the fake cheese. Like Kraft. Grilled cheese with Kraft cheese is so good. One of these days, oh, I forgot to show you guys too my camera. I found this the other day where I'm like, oh, I forgot that I got this camera back in 2020 when I was going to start streaming and then I didn't because I got overwhelmed and didn't know how to use Twitch. So I gave up. Like this literally back in like 2020 or 2021. I was going to start streaming and I bought that camera, but I didn't realize that in order to really use that camera, you need to have a monitor. You need to have like a second computer and a monitor, which I didn't have and I didn't realize. So I just bought it and then I never used it. And then I just didn't stream because I couldn't figure out how to use Twitch. And I was like, oh, never mind. Yes. I made homemade lemonade before and it was really, really good with like fresh mint. How to make mint simple syrup. Yes, I made it one time and it was so good. Oh, it's pretty much the same way. You just do it with mint leaves instead of. According to this, you just do it with mint leaves instead of lavender. I already forgot. Did she say that you let it boil for a minute and then you turn it off and let it sit, right? I know, right? It is kind of like a breakfast club. It is. That's why I always call it Sunday coffee or Thursday coffee because I always make coffee. We sit, we make coffee, we chat. And talk. And chill. All right, it's boiling. I think they said boil it for a minute, right? I invented pineapple fluff in between homemade chocolate chip cookies. Ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds so good. Rotterdam. I know. There are people who there actually are a lot of people in chat who their time zone is totally different. But it's okay because you don't have to have coffee. It could be tea if it's night where you are. Because tea's more, I feel like tea is more of a night thing. I would not drink tea in the daytime. It's always coffee in the daytime. But if I do occasionally drink tea, which I'm not really a tea person, but I'll drink it every once in a while at night, then yeah, I do it. I do night tea. All right, I think it's probably been a minute, right? And they said an hour, so at 5:06 Eastern time, we will check and find out. Yeah, so you can participate in Coffee Thursdays and Coffee Sundays, Coffee and Breakfast with Blakely, B&B, Breakfast with Blakely, okay? You can participate in Coffee and Breakfast and Breakfast with Blakely, but if it's nighttime, you just have tea. Yeah, it's yeah, but I totally get that. I'm just like, why didn't they tell me at all? You know? Like, excuse me. That would have been nice. Okay. All right, so it can be tea for you, Boney. I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that tea belongs at night? To me, coffee is daytime, tea is nighttime. Mixed with cream and acid. That's interesting. In Britain. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really a Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Yeah, I recently got some hate, guys, by somebody who's like I mean, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like a big deal, but somebody who I like, who I follow on TikTok, made a video stitching my video, basically like criticizing it. You know, he wasn't like mean or anything, but he criticized it. And somebody kept tagging me in the comments on Instagram. And there was this woman who was on Instagram that was like, oh, yeah, I don't like Blakely. I stopped following them back during the election because they were so negative. I was like, yeah, they said about my video that it irked them. My video irked them. And they didn't like me because I was so negative. I was like, all right, you do you. I never said I wasn't negative, bro. I actually have to like fight my negativity that I feel like comes kind of natural to me. You know? Like, I don't know, being a downer and kind of negative and pessimistic is kind of my natural state that I have to fight against. All right, let's try this again. You guys see, like, okay, hold on. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Let's give it a break. Let's give it a break. I'm scared. That lavender smells so good. Yeah, but I'm afraid it's going to blow up and I'm going to get something in my eye. I don't want to directly put the water on the jar. Yeah. Maybe we should go back in the living room for a little bit because now I'm scared. I'm scared of the jar. Actually, I need to put more ice in this thing. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. I have to make some. All right, maybe if I move this, actually. No, it's all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to move it back here so I don't have to be as afraid of it. I hear something cracking. Wait, where? Did I miss that? Or are you trolling me? All right, well, watch until I show you this. Watching carefully. Yeah, well, plastic cracking. Don't fuck with me like that. I'm actually going to get scared. I'm going to think you guys are being serious. Okay. I'm going to show you how I make the avocado toast with the tomato. Okay. So first I heat up bread. I actually like it with rye bread best, but I don't have any rye bread right now. Okay. So then I'm going to cut up this little mater. That is something that I really wish that I knew how to do. I wish I could grow my own tomatoes. I absolutely love tomatoes, and they're only in season for such a short time. I wish I could grow my own. I wish I knew how to do it in like a simple way. Like, I'm not going to start a damn garden, but I would love to have one of those little like upside down, like hanging things where you can kind of like do the little thing on your own. Like a simple one. Because I would need one for like a serious beginner, and I don't really want like I'm not going to have like a whole fucking garden. You know what I mean? I couldn't have that anyway. But as like a city person, it would be really nice to have like a little tiny, easily accessible, not really hard to do since I get overwhelmed easily, like tomato garden, little tomato plant, I know. I love homegrown veggies too. They're so good. They're so fresh. Like nothing is better than in season fresh tomatoes and like cherries. Ooh, cherries. Fresh cherries. You know what I'm saying? All right, then I take some salt. No, if I'm going to grow tomatoes, it has to be super simple. Super, super, super simple and very accessible. You know what I mean? Like it has to be so easy and like dummy proof and accessible because I get very overwhelmed, especially if I've never done something like I've never done any gardening. Oh, you know what? I should have used this bread. What was I thinking? Instead of using that shit bread, I should have used this bread. Bruh. Too late now. I already cooked it. Hello. I grow cilantro, tomatoes, peppers, and ooh. Yeah, but how hard is it though? It sounds hard. Hey, your mom. Ooh, I know. Fresh cherries are so good. Okay. I wish I would have thought. I wish I would have thought to use that bread, that brown bread. I bet it was way better. Would be way better with this. All right, whatever. Anyway. All right, so get ready for this, friends. I'm going to show it to you when I'm done. I'm putting the avocado on, making me think of all the boomers that are always like, well, actually, if you just like didn't eat avocado toast every day, you could own your own house. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do smush it. You know what's insane? I emailed my building after I put in a work order and said, you know, the maintenance person still hasn't gotten back to me about coming back about the mice. They still haven't responded. Like they're still ignoring me. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm about to show you. I'm fixing to show you. Oh, shit. I got tomato on my computer. Whoops. Yeah, I hate the summer because I really hate the heat and I hate the humidity. But I love summer food and summer drinks and fresh vegetables in the summer. All right, ready, guys? You want to see it? Hold on. Ready for my beautiful? Wait, how do I? Ta-da! They're beauty, ain't it? That's how I eat it. Mmm. No, I did not, Ricky. And I should. Pepper. I like fresh pepper, like the kind you can grind. You don't like avocado, Longshaw? What's wrong with you? Yeah, Emily, we made lavender syrup. Lavender simple syrup. Breakfast with Blakely. Nice. We'll be here, Emily. So, let's talk about what's happening. I mean, yeah, it's still pretty early, I would say. Like, I'm not going to eat dinner at 4:30. I'm a late night person, though, so I usually don't go to bed till like 3 in the morning. I'm a night owl. I can't help it. I'm just I just don't think I'm genetically meant for the morning. Okay, fine. Brunch. Brunch time. Whatever. We all live in different parts of the world. Breakfast, whatever you want it to be. Hmm. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen Mark Levin having an absolute epic meltdown on Twitter? It's been so embarrassing. He's really tweeting through it. Who is this crazy person? First of all, who is this crazy person? Second of all, who is this crazy person? Oh, I'm not even sharing it. Hold on. But second of all, yeah, that's kind of the point. And if you don't want to convert to Christianity, then you should probably stop linking up with Christian Zionists, because that is the whole point. That is the whole point of Christian Zionism. Christian Zionism is not to just ally with the Jews. Christian Zionism is literally the project of trying to get all the Jews back to the Holy Land and get them to either convert to Christianity or die in Armageddon. Like, what do you know? Like, really, girl?
Rabbi Shmuley.
I will pray for him. I will pray for his conversion into Christianity.
Go away with your unholy prayers. We don't want them. These Catholic extremists have been trying for 2,000 years to make us Jews Christian. But for 2,000 years, we Jews literally chose to have our throats slit and to be burned alive in public rather than convert to Christianity. It's not ever going to happen. We don't want it. It's the chutzpah that really gets me. These Catholic Jew haters study our Torah, they worship a Jew, they appropriated the entire Jewish story. They're the new chosen
Appropriated Lamau.
people. They are the new Israel. They have a New Testament. 90% of their religion comes from our religion, and they have the chutzpah to tell us Jews how to be religious. I'll pray for you to convert. You celebrate our holidays. Get the hell out of here. Right now, everyone is focused on Islam.
I'm not telling you to I'm not the one telling you that like Jesus said that you have to like believe in God or Jesus Christ to get through to God. God is. But I do love that she's calling it appropriate. Bro. But what's funny is I think a lot of Zionists do think like this. But I think a lot of Zionists do think like this, but they don't tell. They don't say it out loud because they know it'll piss off Christian Zionists and they want Christian Zionist support. But this is what Christian Zionists think. So, lady, whatever your name is, Rachel, if you don't want Christians trying to convert you, Catholics trying to convert you, whatever, then stop taking support from Christian Zionists because that is the whole project. They never want to just admit that, but that is the project.
Jew hatred, understandably so, but Catholic Jew hatred made Jewish life a living hell for 2,000 years. And it's back, my friends.
Bro. Wow. Wait, Botea?
To say something.
Is that Rabbi Shmuley's daughter? Rochelle Botea? Because isn't that Rabbi Shmuley's last name? Is this his daughter? Hold on. It is. It is his daughter. Oh my gosh. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I'm sorry, but it's the creepiest shit to me that they have a sex shop together, like a sex line. That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. I'm sorry, but if you have a sex shop with your dad, you're fucking weird. That's just creepy. It's just fucking weird. It's just fucking weird. Man, I wish it would stop raining. Yeah, we're talking about his weirdo daughter making a video telling Christians to stop trying to convert them. When it's like, it's funny that they don't say this stuff out loud often. They won't criticize it out loud often because they don't want to lose the financial support of Christian Zionists, but that's what Christian Zionism is. So if you don't want it, if you don't want the conversions, lady, stop taking money from Christian Zionists. How embarrassing. They're deranged how they go after Miss Rachel. This loser Zionist is like, hey, Miss Rachel, sweet doll, where's your Bibas family doll? Remember those two baby boys kidnapped and strangled by Hamas? They're so fucking deranged, especially since it's like, I'm so sorry, but you guys using those Bibas kids as props is really gross. Especially, and it's also pathetic that they have to use those two children over and over again because with the Palestinian children, it's countless. Those are the only kids that they have that they can use as props, are the Bibas kids that they disgustingly use as props. It's so disgusting the way that they weaponize those children and use them as props. And again, they have to use those two because those are the only two. Ooh, mint. I need to put mint. It's just fucking disgusting. Disgusting. I feel like there was something else I was going to watch with you guys, and now I don't remember what it was. I was getting distracted earlier. And I'm like, no. Yeah, I'm annoyed that I can't remember what I was gonna. I feel like every day, if we're talking about Twitter, even though Brianna Wu blocked me, I still feel like every day I see some of her deranged tweets. Even though she blocked me, it's like every day new deranged tweets from Brianna Wu.
I just want to share the doll.
It's crazy that they are so obsessed with hating on Miss Rachel for checks notes, caring about Palestinian children. For caring about Palestinian children.
Got Raha from Gaza. This is her, and she has prosthetics like Raha. And I found this outfit that she can put on her. I hope she likes her. Meeting Rahaf has changed my life forever, and I just love and adore her. Thank you for giving me this platform. I will always use it to stand up for kids. I just want to share the doll I got Rahaf.
Imagine being mad at that. They're such psychos. They're mad at Miss Rachel for liking a doll, for having a doll that has prosthetics so she can be relatable to this kid. And by the way, did you guys know that kids in Gaza are the most like amputated kids in the world? Like they have the most amputees. It's fucking awful from all the bombing. And all Miss Rachel does is like love kids. Imagine getting mad at her for that. That's why you hate her. It's actually deranged. Literally. Did they force David Hogg out yet?
Built a career opposing identity politics as a proud Zionist.
Yeah.
Now you listen, feel however you feel about Zionism. It's identity politics. Like that is the definition of it. You could not find a better example of a politics built on an identity. And yet you're out here saying facts don't care about your feelings. Identity politics is wrong. And then while you're saying that, your number one priority is this manifestation of identity politics. You can only keep that charade going for so long.
No, it's totally true.
Before someone sees through it.
What's amazing about it, and this is absolutely true, everything Dave Smith is saying is actually absolutely true here, is that he really did. People like Ben Shapiro built his whole fucking identity and platform off of being against identity politics. Oh, the woke left. Let's watch woke left TikToks. Woke left. lesbians, blue-haired queer people, black people, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, he is the most obsessed identity politics clown that there is, which is the reason why that Candace Owens, who they hired specifically so she could be the black woman that trashes black people and the person who trashes trans people, then all of a sudden she starts criticizing Israel and she's got to get fired. I can't have that. Oh, man. So full of shit. It's so full of shit. Like, wow.
There's something in people that the lowest part of people that instinctively accuses others of doing what they're doing. And I've never really, that's the one thing I don't want to be, is a guy who does that. But I remember Bill Kristol, who I worked for years and really liked and was grateful to. And he was a great boss in the 90s. And came out against me and called me a Nazi and all this stuff, like without calling me. By the way, I called him and asked him to lunch. He refused. He wouldn't go to lunch with me. End of our relationship. But one of the criticisms against me, I'll never forget it, when I realized this phenomenon was real, is when he accused me of advocating, and I'm quoting, for an ethno-state. Now, I have a lot of flaws. They're all on display. I've never wanted an ethno-state. And I was like, wait, one of us is for an ethno-state. And it's not me. But you just said that, like, of all the possible criticisms.
It's just too unbelievable. I mean, it's like, you just
Bill
like
Kristol accusing me of wanting an ethno-state.
But you just like, you almost like you can't even respond. You just have to go like,
it's like, I didn't say anything. I was like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know, people can't hear themselves. I mean, so when people get old, they tell the same stories, and you just, when you love them.
Yeah. So YouTube doesn't let you post links. You can't. You have to do it in Twitch. And we could watch some of it, but we would have to watch it on Rumble. We do the last part of the stream on Rumble. We could watch, probably not the whole thing, but we could probably watch some of it on Rumble. No, I didn't mean here. Oh, I see what you mean. Clicking on the link. Thank you. You're right. Never mind. Don't put the link in Rumble. I mean, don't put the link in Twitch is what I meant. Never mind. He's right. We can't do that. That's not allowed. It's not allowed. If you want, we can't do that in Twitch. Twitch is PG-13. Twitch is PG-13. If you want to watch it, send it to me on Rumble. Yeah, I can't play it on YouTube. I can't play it on Twitch. Maybe Hamas should release the hostages. Is there anyone dumber than Rave Dubin? Is there anybody dumber than Dave Rubin? Really? I don't know if there is. I really don't know if there is. He's such a fucking idiot. He's like, what would you do if your family was killed by Hamas? First of all, you don't get to keep saying that 19 months into a genocide. I was writing to stupid ass Rave Dubin and Pierce, but do you condemn Hamas, Morgan? Because dumbass Dave Rubin is like, what would you do if your family was killed by Hamas? We are now 19 months into this genocide, and you're still talking about what would you do if your family got killed by Hamas? You guys have literally leveled the Gaza Strip and murdered at least 100,000 people there. What do you mean, what would you do? And by that logic, if we're going to play the game and idiots like Rave Dubin are going to play the game of, what would you do if your wife is kill? Okay, well, you guys have murdered over 100,000 Palestinians, at least. So does that mean that they now get to do whatever they want to you? Right? Is that how that's going to work? That means that they get to do whatever they want going forward now in retaliation to what you've done to them, right? If you get to 19 months into a genocide, continue to slaughter innocent civilians, mothers, grandmothers, babies, disabled people, because October 7th, and because you're still upset, or you're saying because of what happened on October 7th, 19 months later, you still get to murder babies and grandmas because of it? What are you saying then? Are you then saying that the Palestinians, thus, that you have killed their family members, all the family members that you have killed are the Palestinians? What does that mean for them? Do they have carte blanche now? Does that mean that they get to do whatever they want to you because you've been murdering their people for 19 months? You see, we can both fucking play this game. He's such a fucking moron. Bro, he's such a fucking moron. There's no one dumber. There's literally no one dumber. And I can't even respond to him because that little bitch blocked me. That little bitch blocked me. Okay? Today's the 15th, right? I'm so tired of these hoes. Lady, that's how Arabs already operated. Shut the fuck up, you ugly, unemployed piece of shit. Oh, did I trigger? Did I trigger a nerve? Did I trigger a nerve? I think I triggered a nerve. Ho's mad. The hoes are mad, you guys. She got interviewed? When does this bitch see? This is what I mean. This bitch doesn't talk about anything else. He doesn't talk about anything else. Literally. Alleged Pennsylvania representative. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, Bad Hasbara did a thing with her too? Oh, let's watch that. Let's watch the Bat Hezbollah interview. I bet that's fun. Thank you, Boney. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. In which I appreciate it. Because this is, in fact, my job. And when you are independent, such as I am, you rely on the people. You rely on people's support. Approaching 600 days of hostages. Approaching 600 days of fucking, yeah, of exactly, of genocide. Like, independent for it. Yes. Breakfast with Blakely. Okay. I know, Zaid. I wish you could too. Thank you. One day. One day. Of course, I plan on getting it back. Oh my gosh, should I tell you? I think I told you guys this, that I emailed them twice and was like, okay, but what if I start another channel? Can I like monetize that channel because this is a channel demonetization? And my AdSense is fully functioning, like it's in good standing. So, and you guys said it was just a channel demonetization. So can I just start a new channel? Ignored. And I wrote a follow-up email too, emailing them and asking them again, and they ignored me. I'm going to get it back eventually. It is funny, though, how scum people are because they decide on a whim what they consider terrorism and what they don't, you know? Because think about this, that I got permanently demonetized for their incorrect, inaccurate bullshit claim that I was, quote, promoting terrorism. When just fucking yesterday, Trump is meeting and taking sanctions off of somebody that used to be in Al-Qaeda or ISIS. This guy that is now the new head of Syria, he literally was on the US's terror watch list. There was a $10 million bounty on his head. And now Trump is praising him and saying he's central casting. Not on the terrorist watch list anymore. No more bounty on his head. Now he's the head of Syria. And now he's palling around with Trump. And Trump is saying he's strong and good looking. How fucking crazy is that? That to me just shows what bullshit we are in the West. Like what a joke the West is. So you're going after people like me and like other creators for talking about Palestine and calling us promoters of terrorism and all this other bullshit that they made up. But then you hoes are out here legitimizing somebody who was literally on the terrorist watch list, had a bounty of a $10 million bounty on him, and was on the terror watch list for years, designated by the United States. And now he's palling around with Trump as the head of Syria. What a joke. What a fucking joke. Yeah, so this is total bullshit. It's total bullshit. So I don't know. I might start a new channel. Not start a new channel. I already have a channel, an alternate channel, actually. I just don't really use it. Let me show it to you guys. I have 7 subs on here. So this was a channel I started a while back and I just forgot and ended up not using it. There's one short on there of me singing. There's one short. Yeah, but this is the channel. It's at I am Blakely, just with an underscore. And I don't really use it, but I do have it, and I have had it for years. But anyway, the point is, yes, of course, I should be able to start a new channel because, or use this channel because it's a different channel. My AdSense says that it's in good standing. And I should be able to use a new channel because my channel that got demonetized was a channel demonetization, not a person demonetization, not a human demonetization, a channel demonetization. But I wanted them to answer the fucking question. I wanted them to answer the question. They won't answer. They won't respond to me. It's so embarrassing. Well, I wanted them to answer me. I wanted them to answer the fucking question. They're ignoring me. It's so rageful how they're ignoring me. It actually is so rageful how they're ignoring me. Yeah, I should be able to. Oh yeah, we can watch Bad Hizbara. Yeah, if you guys want to, we'll see. You guys can sub to this other channel and see if I can get it to 10K or 1K. I think it's 1,000 actually. It used to be 5,000. You had to have 5,000 subs. Yeah, sub there and maybe I'll see if I can get it up there. I don't know. It just, the thing that pisses me off so much about YouTube and what fucking horseshit this is that I should be able to monetize a second channel because they said it was a channel demonetization, not a person demonetization, and my AdSense is in good standing. However, it's so sus that they didn't respond to my email. It's so sus that they didn't respond to my email. How sus is that? It's so sus that they didn't respond to my email. It's so sus. It's just really sus that they didn't respond to my email. But also, it's bullshit because I will say once again for the 50,000th time, I should have never been demonetized in the first place. It was total fucking bullshit. Yeah, I'll link it. It was total fucking bullshit. I should have never had it happen in the fucking first place. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this will share. Total fucking horseshit. I'm trying. I'm waiting to see other people. I emailed a couple people last week. I haven't had a response from them yet, but I do want to sue them because this is horseshit. They should have never done it in the first place. It's total bullshit. I didn't do anything wrong. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll start building up this channel. If you guys want, I'll start posting over here. So subscribe if you can. I don't think I can live stream on this channel till I get to 1,000 anyway. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can start live streaming, like on another channel. Oh, thanks guys for subbing. Oh yeah, 17 subscribers now. Thank you guys. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so we'll see. Let's see if we can actually like get this one up. I'm just so pissed, because I love my channel and you know, I worked really hard on the channel that I have right now. And it's fucking, that's why I want to sue their asses. Because, like, it's not fair. They should have never demonetized me. And I worked really hard on this channel. Not an 80s hairstyle, Zaynab, a 60s hairstyle. That's a 60s hairstyle. Oh, yeah. You guys didn't know me when what do you mean you just unsubbed? Why are you unsubscribing, bro? You should be subscribing. Oh, thank you. Did you listen to my song? Well, it's not my song. It's an old folk song. Yeah, my music is on Spotify. This is just a cover that I was doing for funsies. Virgin Mary had one son. Ooh, glory, hallelujah. Ooh, pretty little baby. Glory be to the newborn King. Some call him Jesus, think I call him Savior. Ooh, I think I'll call him Savior. Ooh, I think I'll call him Savior. Glory be. This is one of my favorite songs. To the newborn King. To the newborn King. Virgin Mary had one son. I just love this song. Ooh, glory, hallelujah. Ooh, pretty little baby. Yeah, I absolutely love that song. It's called The Virgin Mary. It's like an old folk song. It's such a great song. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I am on Spotify, fam. I mean, I haven't uploaded any recent songs, but if you go to Spotify and you put in Blakely, there they are. There I am. It me. It me. Your browser lost connection. Let me try this again. All right, can you guys see it? It's shaking. It's shaking. That's funny. Yeah, I love that song. It is. Thank you. I appreciate that. Under what Spotify name? It's under Blakely. See, there I am. There I am. And if you go to it, I haven't put any new stuff on there lately, but you can see all my songs. Okay. There I am. There I am again. Okay. It's me. This is with a lot of makeup on, though, bro. Like, obviously, I'm wearing a lot of makeup in all of these photos. Yes. I do, in fact, like to get gussied up sometimes, friends. Yes, Henry, that is the t-shirt. That's what I made the t-shirt based off of, was that photo. My Spotify photo. Yeah. It's this one. That is the picture. This is actually one of my favorite pictures that I use for cover art on a song. Wait, what's not very Christian? Oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Not very Christian. Oh, is he talking about my style? Oh, okay. Well, I don't take lectures on my Christianity from people, but thanks. Oh man, when people bring that up, it literally does trigger me though, low key, because my ex-husband used to always do that shit to me because he would try to manipulate me using Christianity. Yeah, he used to do that all the time because he got really into Calvinism and like John Piper and John was it John McClellan? John McClellan? Fuck, what was his name? John McSomething. And basically would use it to try to be abusive and try to control me and use like religion basically to try to control me. Yeah, not really. And also, you know why I don't care when people say that? Because, and I don't mean this to be rude, okay? So please, people don't get too triggered. Some of the biggest hoes, okay, modestly dress. Some of the biggest hoes modestly dress and wear crosses on their neck, okay? Just because somebody dresses immodestly doesn't mean that they're actually like sleeping with a lot of people or whatever. Like, also, I don't care. I literally don't care. Like, people can do what the fuck they want. I know what I believe, and I know that my Christianity is not dependent on what some American thinks of my clothing choices. Lamau. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. Follow me on Spotify just to, support me if you want. Also, follow me on the new YouTube and we'll see if we can get this shit built up. Okay? Let's see. Let's see if we can get this shit built up. And of course, I'm still going to continue to fight for my regular channel because it's total fucking bullshit. And I do want to sue them, like for real. I do want to sue them. This is fucking horseshit. But yeah, thanks for following me on this one. We are going to head over to Rumble now. All right, everybody. 5-minute intermission. I'm going to go pee and let my dogs out. And I will be back in 5 minutes and we can watch. Oh, I think you guys said you wanted to watch something, didn't you? Yes, please follow me on Rumble. Yes, please follow me on Rumble. And if you guys want, because somebody said they missed giving me super chats, you can actually give Rumble rants, which is like super chats. But yeah, thank you so much to the mods. Yes, shout out to my mods, Johan, Old Boney Bird, Emily. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. And if I don't see you guys over on Rumble, then I'll see you next week. Because I'm not streaming on Sunday because I'm going to be out of town. I will be going live on TikTok, though. I'll let you guys know when. I know that there's not really crossover. Like, people who follow me on TikTok don't follow me on YouTube and vice versa. But, yeah, it's good, too, in case you want to jump on a random live. All right, everybody. I love you. I will see you next week. And we can watch something on Rumble when we go, if you would like. All right, everybody. See you in a little.